Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have a 12-minute preamble and 18 minutes of comments. In all seriousness, I hope to beat Senator Flake in being brief. First off, to Ashley, I know that Margaret and Liza are gone, but you've gone through a very difficult day, and you've held up well. To your parents, Judge Kavanaugh, I've got to compliment you on your mother's composure. I'm pretty sure my mother would have been out of the chair by now. So I appreciate all that all you've done. You've obviously raised your son right. I think we need to go back and recognize we were going to be here. This wasn't going to be a kumbaya moment. We had every member on this committee either publicly state or participate in a press conference before the sun had set on the first 24 hours of your nomination that they were going to vote against you. Now we're asking for all kinds of documents, and you're getting them. As a matter of fact, I think that the chair has done an extraordinary job. He started out on this process by acquiring as many as 1 million documents. We determined because of duplication and relevance, it was only 500,000. And they've all been provided. And I'm not an attorney, but I am a technologist. And I'm also a process person. And I know damn well that if you get documentation electronically, you can get through it in a matter of hours. And for the documents that got sent yesterday, you could get through it in a matter of hours. They have plenty of time to get documents that they only need to run up the score because they already know they're going to vote against you. I also want to compliment you on your composure. You've taken a lot of notes. And I, for one, tomorrow are going to spend more of my time listening to your responses rather than talking over you and try to simplify things into yes, no, or answers that you know you can't respond to. So I look forward to your testimony tomorrow. As the hearing was going on, there were two things that just caught me. I'm not doing my prepared statements. I'll submit them for the record, Mr. Chair, but we're talking about all this dark money and efforts going on the other side. Well, I just got an email from Organizing for Action. Y'all would know that as the legacy campaign of President Obama, telling me to oppose you because you're going to deny reproductive rights, deny health care coverage, advance climate change in a bad way, and end gun violence prevention. I don't know near as much about the institutions of government as, let's say, Senator Sass, but I'm pretty sure once you get confirmed on the bench, you're not going to be able to file a bill to do any of that. What you may end up doing is finding out that we got lazy, we didn't work hard enough, we didn't understand the Constitution, we didn't reach across the aisle to create enduring value, which is largely the reasons why people get frustrated with you. They want you to do our job. Justice Gorsuch said numerous times in his confirmation hearing that I had the privilege of participating in, it's not my job to do your job, Mr. Senator. If you're frustrated and worried about the prospects of somebody being denied coverage for pre-existing convictions, then let's fix it. That's why I filed a bill a couple of weeks ago. Let's fix it. Don't play politics and blame the Supreme Court for your inadequate architecture of a bill. Let's fix it. If you're worried about the balls and strikes that Judge Kavanaugh has called on the bench around regulatory issues, it seems to me you've called balls and strikes on both sides of the Administrative Procedures Act. And there seem to be flaws in there that need to be fixed. For the attorneys in the room who are studied on the law, rather than trying to get Judge Kavanaugh to commit one way or the other on these policy initiatives that President Obama and others around this table are interested in, get him to explain to you the legal theory behind his position that may have, in fact, produced an outcome that he didn't particularly like, but because he did it based on his interpretation of the Constitution and the laws. Don't expect him to be a politician. And as for motivations, I have to say that it's been said by at least one person on this committee that on the one hand, we shouldn't question other people's motivations. On the other hand, I find it personally insulting to think that because I think we have before us an eminently qualified judge, someone who's going to call balls and strikes, to suggest that because I'm inclined to support them, that I'm complicit in evil, really makes me wonder the sincerity about questioning other people's motives. So, Judge Kavanaugh, I am glad that you're before us. I believe that you have 300 opinions that people should look at and read and try and spar with you on the basis of your legal knowledge, your constitutional understanding and the statutory constructs. It would be great, and I hope that people have actually taken time to look at the single most important factor in your resume. It's not maybe where you went to school, I guess that's good. It's not maybe where you practice law, but it's the 307 different opinions you can read and the dissents you can read. Spar on the basis of your legal knowledge, those of you who want to prove to be the smartest lawyer in the room, and see if you can actually prove a better theory that may actually give Judge Kavanaugh pause. But that's not what this hearing's been about. And I'm so glad that I'm one of the last people to do an opening statement, because what I hope I hear tomorrow, and by the way, just from a process standpoint, we're going to have 30-minute rounds, which in Senate time is about an hour and a half per member, tomorrow. And then we're going to have 20-minute rounds the following day. Everybody take time to actually talk about legal theory. Stop the theater and start talking about what's really meaningful here. And I think if we do that, I have every confidence, Judge Kavanaugh, you're going to be Justice Kavanaugh. And I'm proud to actually see you compose yourself the way you have today. I'll be asking you several questions on some judgments that, frankly, I didn't like. But I know you probably made the right decision. And I believe that when you get confirmed to the bench, you're actually going to take some other opinions that I don't like, because it's what I wished you could do for me because we failed to get it done here. But it will be done for the right reasons. And I think if people objectively look at your record, they're going to be hard-pressed to take all this theater we've heard today and boil it down into something that makes you look like you're an activist judge just waiting to be one of the members of that nine-member legislative branch down the street. I think you're one of the single great opportunities that we have to make the Supreme Court make us do our job and to rein in the dangerously high amount of authority that our administrative branch has. And that's all I want you to do. And I look forward to asking you questions tomorrow. I yield back the rest of my time.